What's up guys, it's your boy BrandoAKAMiracle showing you off our RAIDRAPTOR list. Starting off with Tribute Lanius, but we're also going to bring in our Bird of Perfection into this. Using the field spell that we get to search off of the Bird of Perfection, we're also going to normal summon that Mimicry. Meaning we can get our hands on our Raider's Wing in the back row, also go into a 4 Strix first. We're going to detach, we're going to search for our Strangle Lanius. Next up, we're going to use Raider Wing Effect Engrave to detach the Mimicry Lanius to go into an Xyz. Now we go into Raider's Knight. Our Raider's Knight is invulnerable now since we did use that Raider's Wing. So we're going to go off into our combos here, go into the Brave Strix, search, and we're going to actually search for the wrong card. But we're also going to use the Sat, but we also get Impermed here. Now the funny part is it won't matter. Using Strangle Lanius, we're going to use Strangle Lanius effect to bring back Mimicry. Now I'm going to Xyz off our link off our 4 Strix and Mimicry to go into a Y Strix. Now we're going to use our Mimicry or Strangle Lanius and Fuzzy Lanius to go into the 4 Strix. Next up, we will detach to trigger the effect of Y Strix and get us also a Singing Lanius in the back row. Next up, skipping magic, using our rank up magic skip force. Tongue Twister. Gonna get our Arsenal Phoenix, bringing out our Noir Lanius to get our Heal Eagle. Now we're gonna special summon Heal Eagle, normal or special summon our Singing Lanius. Next up, we're gonna go into our Rusty Knight Bardiche. Using Bardish's effect, we are going to put Raider's Knight in the back row to get our rank up spell. And next up, we are going to get Dark Rebellion Xyz Dragon. Using the effect of Arsenal Falcon, since we popped it with the Rusty Bardiche, we are still going to get our Ultimate Falcon. Set 1, use Mimicry Lanius to get our magic rank up for set 1 and pass. This is full combo. Did I do it the right way? No, but nonetheless, this is really good combo here. Our opponent decides to surrender before summoning anything, but nonetheless got to show off the combo, and doing it in a non-orthodox way was pretty cool. Alright, going first, an interesting hand. Our opponent attempts to max CS in the first 9 seconds. Or first few seconds. Gonna use that Called By to get rid of that, so we don't have to worry about that, which is pretty good. We have pretty much full combo in hand. Could get interrupted, but hopefully not. Gonna use our Tribute Lanius to get our Mimicry Lanius. Search for a Strangle Lanius. Next up, we are going to use our Strangle Lanius and also summon our Heal Eagle while we're at it. Next up, we are going to go into Raider's Knight right away. Using our RAIDRAPTOR Roost, we're going to get our magic rank up force. Detach for our Raider's Knight effect to go into the Brave Strix. Hopefully we use the right effect this time, which we do, to get our magic skip force. Magic skip force, we are going to skip into Arsenal Falcon, and we are going to use his effects here soon as well. Going to detach to special summon our use Strangle effect to bring back Tribute, and we're going to use that Heal Eagle we've been keeping in the back row to bring out Y Strix. Now using Y Strix, using Arsenal, we are going to bring out a few Xyz monsters to the table, including Ultimate Falcon, and then we are going to bring out another level 4 in Raider's Wing. We're going to detach to bring out our other rank up spell, but we don't necessarily need to go into our Rusty Bardiche here. I'm going to use Ultimate Falcon just to make sure my opponent doesn't activate anything funny. But we're going to use Singing Lanius and also Raider's Wing. We just detach to bring itself back. So we can also have ourselves out our Dark Rebellion Xyz Dragon. Now, I could go for more complicated routes and go into Kali Yuga and stuff, but that is not, unfortunately, it is the strong play, but that's not kind of the player I am. I like this end board. I like Dark Rebellion Xyz Dragon, and you can all get all of these as well, but I don't think it's necessary. That's just me. We're going to recycle a few pieces, get to draw 1, set 1, and that is our board. This is pretty go-to. Other than SP, we could also have our other guy. Our opponent is on Centurion. Dark Requiem is a crazy card, so I'll be able to negate the Centurion. I'm not going to special summon anything. I'm going to use triple tactics talents. Now, he could have stopped my Dark Requiem there, but he got greedy. He's going to go for that his Labellion now. I'm going to detach another one so he doesn't get that. Still left with the board wipe. He gets his Trudea effect. I'm going to SP that. It's a negate in its own sense because Trudea to resolve needs to go into the back row. And that is it. My opponent attempted 3 activations, or 4 or 5 activations, but my board completely neutralized it. On to the next game. Alright, my opponent is starting off going first, attempting to use the Terror Top. That's fine. Called by our Maxine, not a big deal. Terror type could mean a handful of engines. I still have no idea what my opponent's on. Going for Exceed can mean either Salmon Great or Exceed armor cards. These cards are really cool. I was really interested in seeing my opponent use these. I know drawing 1 card I could have ashed, but that is not the right play when this card can search. So we're going to use the ash on the Armor Torpedo. Taking out that Armor Torpedo, Torpedo, I don't know why I was saying it so weird. We're going to negate that. Our opponent's still going to rank up into his boss monster, which entails the Dark Lancer Knight, or Dark Knight Lancer, that 2, and it's our turn now. Our hand is full of extenders, not necessarily starters. Raider's Wing plus Sigmorph is going to be enough to be making us untargetable, which is nice. So we'll be able to kind of outsmart our opponent. I'm assuming those are imperms face down. Detaching for Raider's Knight, gonna get ourselves out our Brave Strix. Just gonna make sure I keep that, what's it called? I need to keep the Raider's Wing on there as long as I possibly can, just so I don't get any crazy interactions with my opponent. Next up, Arsenal Falcon is here. Now this kind of forces my hand to use the Fuzzy Lanius. Now, Arsenal Falcon plus our Fuzzy Lanius is going to get our Y-Strix. We're locked into our Winged Beasts from now on, or RAIDRAPTOR monsters, but Arsenal Falcon is still going to resolve. Now that was the imperm I was waiting for, still there, so I think I technically made the correct play still. Arsenal Falcon still going to bring out Ultimate Falcon, as well as bring out a Fuzzy Lanius to hand. So we have kind of a 2-piece combo in our hands as of right now. We're going to go to, it has to try to resolve, but we're going to detach here. I know that's an imperm face down, so I don't want any imperms or any other shenanigans happening. I'm going to set 1, so we technically have 1 negate on board. That's about it. But my opponent has 3 cards in hand. He needs a good starter, and SP isn't going to be a good enough card for this current board. He will be able to take out my Y-Strix, but that's about it. Does the 200 damage to me, go to main phase 2 end phase. For some reason decides to surrender after the fact. I think he kind of knew what I had in hand anyway, so it made sense, but I don't get why go to battle to stall out a game for a few more seconds even though you're going to surrender, but all good. Alright, going first against my opponent, Tribute Lanius, a really good starter. Gonna go into Mimicry Lanius. Mimicry Lanius gonna get our Raider's Wing. We also have Strangle Lanius in hand, and we are going to exceed off these 2 guys, going into a 4-Strix. Reason why we go 4-Strix here is because we had the ability to search for Raider's Wing because we already had the Mimicry in hand, and now our combo is a lot more untouchable. Sure, we're under nib, but Raider's Knight now doesn't lose to Effect Veiler or Imperm. But I just misplayed. I detached the Raider's Wing first. I went through all that just to detach, but hey, I'm really hoping now that it doesn't bite me in the butt. But it looks like we're fine so far. We do get the Spell and Trap Search, which would be the most interruptible point. And Arsenal Falcon is free to use his other effect because I detached the wrong target. Now Strangle is also going to bring back Tribute, and we are going to have an extra level 4 for our plays. Going to go into Y-Strix. Y-Strix is going to activate to get our monster, as well as Arsenal Falcon's going to bring out our Ultimate Falcon. Pretty good combo. I was going through full combo. My opponent just chose to surrender. Really wanted to show off the versatility of the Force Strix and Brave Strix line. Even though I accidentally picked the wrong target, it still shows how you're playing through Imperm and Baylor. Alright, my opponent is going first. No interruption in my hand. He goes for the Bistio to get the Bistio Magna Hut, and he ends his turn, meaning he's kind of waiting until he does some Bistio plays to do anything. Now I get a God tier draw in Raider's Wing, but I also had to call by for his Max C. It looks like he was taking advantage of a crappy hand just to use his crappy interaction to go second. Gonna normal summon Raider's Wing. Right play if Raider's Wing is in your opening hand, or if you can search for him, Raider's Wing is the perfect material for Raider's Knight. Raider's Knight, we're going to detach our Strangleanius, which is the technical right one to do there, to go into Brave Strix. Now Brave Strix is going to detach and go into Rank God Magic Skip Force. Skip Force, going to use on our Brave Strix to go into Arsenal Falcon. Now, Arsenal Falcon is playing under Nibiru. Our opponent reveals his piece in Nibiru. Ultimate Falcon still gets to come out. This is where the combo kind of goes out of range. We're going to use Raider's Wing to detach there to trigger his Magna Hut. Unfortunate, if I would have detached Raider or Ultimate Falcon there, sure, he wouldn't have got that interaction. Pretty much it's going to be Ultimate Falcon beatdown versus whatever he can add to hand, which is Druisworm. We still have a negate on board though. He's going to take away our Strangle Falcon to bring out the Druisworm. Now draw for turn, he's going to tribute off to go into the Bestial Lubellion. And Bestial Lubellion's going to attempt to trigger. Now, I don't want to give him any way to get his Bestial cards back. I feel like this was the perfect time for Glorious Bright, because Glorious Bright also can recycle banished cards by banishing itself. So, yep. This is also at this point we were playing Silent Boots and Fogblade, decided to take those out. Didn't see a place for them, so we're going to get our Mimicry and Strangle Falcon to link together. Y-Strix, not too bad. We're going to use Y-Strix effect here to get Raider's Wing. Mimicry Lanius also going to banish itself to get our Heal Falcon. Using Heal Falcon effect, we are going to link off into our Rusty Knight, or SP Little Knight, my apologies. I wanted to out things without officially outing, or having a piece of interaction in case he does anything. Gonna bring back Arsenal Falcon. We're gonna special summon Silent Boots to use our monster to go into the Phantom Knights of Rusty Bardiche. Our opponent reveals the Nib again and also tries to target his Lubellion. Now this is a misplay. If you know how the trap works, it will not bring anything cards back if they have to be special summoned. So that Lubellion is not coming back. Sure, you outed my board, but I do get a search out of this, so I'm gonna search that rank up spell. And I'm going to end my turn by destroying your Nibiru. You just gave me a stronger Nibiru token, so I'm not complaining. You have no cards in hand, 2 cards in hand, no interaction. Opponent surrenders there. Kind of a long haul game where we got interrupted, but that's the cool thing about being interrupted by Nib at a certain point. Ultimate Falcon's still going to stay on the board. Now, onto the deck list for you guys. Alright guys, so this is the deck list of choice. We are playing a lot of cross-out targets, as you can see in the first part of it. Maxi, Ash Blossom, Effect Veiler. This deck's really fun. I really enjoy the deck. RAIDRAPTOR is really cool when it goes crazy. It is unfortunately interruptible like every other deck in the format. It has its choke pieces in Raider's Knight and Brave Strix, but if you can get through those, you're good to go. We're playing not crazy package in the extra deck. You can always run the Caliuga combo, just costs 1 more main deck card to do, but instead I like the Arc Rebellion Exceeds Dragon for those crazy 8,000 attack plays that we need lethal. and also space for SP Little Knight. SP Little Knight is a dark, so most of the time you're not going to be locked out of this unless you activate Fuzzy. But yep, that's the deck list, guys. I hope you guys are enjoying the content. Make sure you leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace out, guys.